Dear readers of the Haverford Gazette, oh, have I found a treasure buried deeper than old Mrs. Blanchard's prized petunias. This tale, my dear friends, revolves around a scandal that made the walls of our sleepy town tremble and the gossip grapevine buzz like a swarm of angry bees. I am speaking, of course, of the infamous locker room incident of 1948, which I dare say has more twists than a game of Twister on a summer day. Picture, if you will, young lads in their prime, the Haverford High Bears, proudly donning their navy and gold jerseys, a vision of vigor and determination. The good folks had gathered every Friday night, hot cocoa in hand, under the warm glow of the gymnasium lights, to cheer for our boys in their quest for gridiron glory. We thought our players were as straight-laced as the sarsaparilla we brewed at McKinney's soda shop. But just wait until you hear about that fateful night in September, when what should have been an ordinary game spiraled into the stuff of legends. The night started off like any other, with a husky cheerleader, bless you Betty Lou, leading the crowd in a spirited chant, and mothers fretting over how many pies they had to bake for the post-game potluck. But what no one could see was the brewing storm inside the locker room. The tension between Jack the Bull Thompson, our star quarterback, and George the Brain Pennington, the team's genius strategist, had reached a boiling point. Let's just say clashing egos were about to serve up a scandal that had nothing to do with touchdowns. Rumors whispered that Jack had been dabbling in unsportsmanlike conduct outside the field, perhaps borrowing a page from the world of politics instead of sportsmanship. Meanwhile, George, in his eagerness to win, resorted to unorthodox methods he believed could give the Bears an edge. The locker room revealed secrets, my friends. Secrets so juicy they could have made a fine jam. As the game commenced, an electric atmosphere filled the air, but back in that locker room, tempers flared. With the clock ticking down to 0, our beloved Bears suddenly became a mere backdrop to a heated debate that included half-baked plans and half-finished grievances. The escalating drama was interrupted by none other than Mrs. DeWitt, the assistant coach's wife, who waltzed in to return her husband's missing whistle, an act of sheer mischief, I assure you. With her entry came chaos, and it wasn't long before a ruckus erupted, which would forever change the course of our dear Bears. In the coming weeks, the whispers of betrayal and rivalries crackled through the air like autumn leaves underfoot. Who could have foreseen that a mere locker room skirmish would unearth secrets that would shake Haverford's very foundation? The drama had only just begun, but you, my dear readers, must hang on tight, for it promises to take you on a wild ride through friendship, betrayal, and the kind of shenanigans that keep small towns alive. Stay tuned for the thrilling continuation of the notorious locker room incident, where rivalry ignites and the truth must finally come to light. Yours dramatically, Marjorie Penrose, dear readers of the Haverford Gazette. As the dust settled from that tumultuous night, the ripples of the locker room incident spread beyond the echoing walls of Haverford High. To many, Jack the Bull remained a hero, his charm undeniable, an embodiment of all that was good about our town's grit and spirit. But behind that hearty laugh was a simmering feud with George the Brain, who, previously the mastermind behind our cherished strategies, began to unravel. In a twist befitting a grand drama, George had decided to document every tactic and underhanded maneuver of his rival, all in a scrawled notebook hidden away with his worn-out chemistry lab reports, a testament to his meticulous nature. As the homecoming game loomed, fears for team unity overshadowed our small town's jubilance. The air was heavy with unspoken words and sidelong glances, and like any great soap opera, tensions culminated in a confrontation that tumbled out of the shadows. I happened upon Betty Lou's jubilant report of practice in the gym as she scribbled notes for her cheerleading squad. Her innocent enthusiasm momentarily masked the trouble brewing beneath. Little did she know, that same day, George revealed his master plan to the coaching staff, a risky strategy called the lateral pass, designed to throw Jack off his game. The unsuspecting quarterback believed the team was to run their usual play. Moments later, the field erupted in chaos as an impromptu play unfolded in front of a sea of puzzled spectators. Jack, while dodging defenders, suddenly faltered, a result of George's silent sabotage. Gasps arose from the bleachers as Jack fell, clutching his ankle in anguish, the cheers stifled by shock. Would the mighty Bull be toppled by his own teammate? What was minutes before a glorious game turned into a battlefield of betrayal? Whispers of hypocrisy echoed through the stands, fueling a frenzy amongst the parents, who exchanged knowing glances as they pieced together the puzzle. The cheers turned to hushed discussions as the atmosphere transformed from celebratory to curious. The post-game potluck took on an almost mournful tone, where innocent pie offerings instead became the vessel of hushed judgments. The aftermath of that fateful game transformed the dynamic of Haverford High forever. The fractures caused by loyalty questioned and friendships tested were laid bare for all to see. Jack's broken ankle would heal, but the fracture of trust took longer. Weeks turned into months. In the wake of it all, the true lesson emerged. Sometimes our heroes are but mortals, subject to the same flaws and turmoil as the rest of us. So, dear readers, the locker room scandal burgeoned into something of a moral reflection for our community. Whether it stemmed from jealous ambition or misguided strategies, it taught us a vital lesson. Betrayal can come from the most unexpected places, leaving wounds that may heal, yet the scars remain. Stay anchored for the next thrilling chapter of Haverford's legacy, where forgiveness intertwines with the hope that all rivalries can one day mend. Yours contemplatively, Marjorie Penrose.